Dan and Amy. So, Amy, one college that Peyton and Eli may go to is Judson University. The Eagles, out there in Elgin, Judson University.
Yes.
Good classical liberal arts education, in addition to hard skills. They've got it all. And one of the things they launched several years ago is this World Leaders Forum, where they bring in, as the title would imply,
World leaders
forum? Yeah, to speak in the
Oh.
Chicago metropolitan area to add to the discourse here. And it's been wildly successful. It's a lot of fun. They've had great speakers. I've been fortunate enough to kind of moderate a couple of their events with speakers like Condi Rice and George W. Bush and Queen Noor of Jordan and former Mexican President Felipe Calderon and former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. And this year,
drum roll, please.
we're going to answer the long-anticipated question, who will be the speaker at Judson University's World Leaders Forum this year, as Dr. Gene Crume, Judson University president, joins us now. Dr. Crume, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Dan and Amy, for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, and it's great to chat with you both again.
All right, so don't keep us in suspense. Who's it going to be this year?
Well, we are pleased to announce that on Thursday, April the 20th of 2017, we're going to have 2008 Presidential Medal of Freedom winner, a person who has 60 honorary degrees and who's most known for being an amazing pediatric neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins. Dr. Ben Carson will be our World Leaders Forum speaker.
Well, that's going to be very interesting. I should say this year, but this coming year. So
That's
2017,
right, yeah.
April 2017. Well, that's a very interesting choice and
Good get.
and timely because he'll probably have a lot to say, not just in terms of what happens in November, but what happens in the first 100 days of whoever the next president is. So that timing is serendipitous.
Yes, that was one of our thoughts in reaching out to Dr. Carson, is that given the timing of that, he'll be in an interesting position to share some comments and thoughts on what's happening in the United States after the election. And he's just a thoughtful, amazing person. You can just look on YouTube and see so many of his speeches and his presentations. He will be a wonderful addition to our lineup.
Well, how long does it take to decide who's going to be the speaker for the World's Leaders Forum?
Well, Amy, we're in the process of doing that continuously. We are reaching out to different global speakers and having discussions and negotiations about when they might come here. So it's really a rolling calendar. I mean, we're already having conversations about the possibilities of who might be here in 2019. So it easily takes 18 to 24 months to really pin down the right folks and to get the calendars lined up and to make sure that what they want to come speak about is fitting where we think we need to be. So it's a pretty complex process.
We're still going back and forth on my fee.
Oh, that's right.
In terms
yeah.
of consideration, and I don't know.
right.
I don't know if you saw Dr. Crume, but was on Anderson Cooper yesterday,
Oh my
and really,
we were on
really,
Anderson
I really
Cooper.
kind of stole the show. So I mean, I'm just saying. So give us a little bit of perspective on Judson University in the context of academia and the current academic landscape, because I know you have poignant thoughts on the topic.
Well, we sit in a unique position at Judson because for two reasons. Number one, as a liberal arts college and as a private college, doing business in the state of Illinois at times can be very challenging financially. But also as a small private liberal arts college, being a part of the larger national conversation about the value of higher education and where it's going from here. Plus, being a faith-based school, and when you talk about things like trigger warnings and safe spaces and the challenges that you face as a faith-based institution, these are interesting times for all of higher education, but not the least of which faith-based schools.
And also religious freedom on campus. This was an issue in the state of California recently.
It certainly was, and that's one of the topics that I've spent a lot of time in the last 18 months talking about and sharing about religious freedom and what that means for a university like us, for us to have the opportunity to have free thought and free expression of our beliefs, but also at the same time to do that in such a way that promotes dialogue rather than restricts dialogue. It's interesting, Dan, in the Atlantic Online yesterday, I believe, Professor James Madison University talked about how trigger warnings and safe spaces are actually deterrents at faith-based institutions. So with all the discussion about the University of Chicago, there's two sides to all of these discussions and conversations that are taking place.
All right, he is Dr. Gene Crume. He's Judson University president out there in Elgin, the speaker this year for their World Leaders Forum. Dr. Ben Carson, April 2017. Dr. Crume, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Amy and Dan. Appreciate it very much.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.